I'm sure it's all stretched out. I'm doing that all the time. Good afternoon, Scaregirl's house. We're live, bringing you another Culp Classics. Today, we're opening up some snake men. I'm going to show them which ones, but hold it up. No. I can tilt it down. So up on the plastic chopping block today, we've got Blast Attack, Snake Face, Tung, Lashor. He's trying to knock one down to determine who gets opened up first. And none of them are falling down, so that's how that works.
I'm the first.
What's up, Steve? What's up, everybody else? All right, one of those two?
No.
Or the one standing. All right, we'll do that. Go up to bat first here.
I only got to two, Dad.
Snake Face. You only got to two?
Guess who wasn't knocked down? Guess who did not do it, Dad?
Who?
Tung Lashor.
Tung Lashor? He didn't knock anybody down?
Mm-hmm. No touching either.
Okay.
Snake Face hasn't hit, but no knockdown.
All right.
Blast Attack.
Snake Face, the most gruesome of the Snake Men warriors. Real name, Siltho Stave. Originally a minor training officer in the unnamed one Serpent Army, I'm having a hard time saying that. Siltho Stave drew King Hiss's attention after he was enchanted with the ability to turn his enemies to stone by the Great Black Wizard. Quickly brought into Hiss's inner circle, Snakeface often acted as the Viper King's second in command during the Great Wars with Grayskull. He was trapped with the entire Snake Army in the Void for 5 millennia, but eventually was called forth by King Hiss to do battle once again after their release, this time against new enemies, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Snakeface slithers after his enemies, then turns him to stone. Who's the Great Black Wizard? Who do you think?
Her.
Huh?
Or her.
Or her. That's right. He will turn men or women to stone. He is not discriminatory. All right. Who do you think the Great Black Wizard is that they're talking about?
Unnamed one.
The unnamed one. That's my guess, too.
Or Skeletor.
All right. So, no.
Vintage.
All right. All right. So I'll show you the vintage one while he's getting that opened up. I'm going to pull this a little bit closer. All right. Awesome action feature on the vintage one.
Look down.
So he's got a lever on the back. If you guys haven't seen the vintage one, it's got a lever on the back. Pull it up, and all the snakes pop out. Pretty cool. All right, you got some rubber bands to cut. You gotta be really careful with those, huh? Let me cut them out, maybe. So sometimes when they're in the package, you can't actually see everything that's going on here. So down at the bottom here, we got a little extra head and a couple of snakes.
I didn't notice those two snakes, but I noticed the extra head.
Okay.
And the shield.
All right, be gentle getting them out. If there's any that are hard, let me help. So now, classic Snake Face is being freed. So he can come play with the rest of our classic snake men. You got him.
Look.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's
Here.
all that I ever.
So he's got the second head so you can swap out instead of the snakes, you know. Instead of an action feature, he's got an extra head where you just swap them out. He's got...
Just, can I hold that extra head?
Put the staff in. We don't have the vintage weapons to compare against, but yeah, let me get that.
The vintage weapon we cut.
All right. Those little snakes are in there pretty good. I don't know what we do with these. Some of you guys have seen these before. I don't look the figures up before. We just kind of figure it out as we go. I don't want to be biased, and I don't want to just repeat what somebody else says about them, which is easy to do even if you're not thinking about it. If you watch somebody else's review right before. So, howdy to everybody who strolled in. I see a big long list, but then it says one person's here. I don't think it works half the time. All right. I don't know what we do with these extra heads. They probably stick out of the chest. Maybe. I don't know.
It can be lifted.
So we got some tiny little snake dudes.
It couldn't do it.
Their mouth open. Just like the vintage one, he's got the couple extra snakes. Instead of coming out of the shoulder, they're actually coming out of the head. So that way when you do the head swap, they are with it and will come off with it. So that's a pretty nice sculpt. Hard to get them both side by side. Looks a lot like the original.
Guess what? Real Blast knocked down. Real Blast!
Real Blast.
Real Blast, the thing Real Blast knocked down.
Real Blast? Or Blast
Keep
Attack.
on messing with them.
Keep mixing them up. The shield's really cool. The shield's got really nice detail to it. I think the NECA Staction shield is probably my favorite one, but this is really, really nice. So yeah, he comes with the spare head. I like that. I like that sculpt. Very, very snake-like. Very, very nice. All right, next up, Blast Attack. Evil Blast Apart Robot. Real name, Program Robot, serial number 1710. Blast Attack was originally brought to Eternia in a spell of light by Skeletor to boost his ranks before the second Ultimate Battleground. But the android was quickly stolen by the Snake Men and reprogrammed to act as a mercenary in the army of King Hiss. Literally a walking time bomb, Blast Attack's body is comprised of a series of microscopic nanites which can reform after detonation, allowing him to blast apart over and over in an explosive attack against enemies. Although created with some semblance of artificial intelligence, his evil programming often overrides his own commitment to self-preservation. Blast Attack is a robotic muscle man with an extremely short fuse. He loves to surprise enemies with his sudden blast-apart power. All right. Get that card started for you and have at it. So we've got the vintage Blast Attack here for comparison. Definitely robotic looking. Nice sculpt. And we'll get this other guy free in just a second.
In just a second, more like right now.
All right. Uh-oh. Had a little bio damage on the card back. Here. There you go. Not much. No biggie. All right. The rubber bands.
Look. Axe.
All right. So he does come with the axe and the cord, which I'm curious to see if the cord actually does anything. I have no idea. So it looks like they didn't spray at all. Oh, the bottom's a little bit different on the vintage versus the new. And then the axe is more defined. Otherwise, they look pretty similar, which is pretty common with a lot of the Classics weapons. Usually they have a little more detail on them. Hey, what's up, Jason? What's up, John? We got Snake Face opened up already. We're moving on to Blast Attack now.
No, this is his weapon.
Okay, it's a weapon then.
Weapon.
Okay, that's what they've done. Who else did
Like
they do
a
that?
whip.
Yeah, like a whip. Who else did they do that with? Dragstore.
Uh-huh. instead of his ripcord.
Yep.
Axe.
So yeah, with Dragstore instead of the whipcord, they changed it over
Whip.
to like an axe.
You said whipcord.
Did I say whipcord? Nice.
Instead of ripcord.
Yep.
He meant to say ripcord.
So yeah, really nice sculpt. Again, this one is very similar to the vintage figure.
It's what Tung Lasher.
Shorter, obviously.
Tung Lasher.
Tung Lasher got Tung Lasher knocked down. He does still have the hole in the back, but it's filled in. I like the face detail. There's definitely a difference on the face detail. Let's see if we can get that whip in his hand. You got it?
Pretty easy.
There you go. So it's got a little like trident on the end of the whip.
That's how the old one was, Dad.
Be careful. It looks like you're picking your nose with it.
That's how the old one is.
Don't pick your nose. Right?
That's how the old one is.
Oh, the old one's like that? Okay.
It's like that. The new one is too.
Yeah. Well, no, hold it up here. Don't really do it, goofball.
I was gonna.
Hey, what's up, Steve? So yeah, we got these two guys opened up now. And we're on to number 3. Tung Lasher. Evil snakeman creature with a venomous tongue. Real name, Lashor. Armed with a quick-licking tongue that shoots out to reach enemies in battle, Tung Lasher infects his foes with a dose of vile venom. Although he is loyal to King Hiss, he was brainwashed by Evil Lyn into serving the Overlord of Evil for the time being. Tung Lasher is an extremely brutal creature, more openly vicious than other snakemen, but still cowers before King Hiss like all the others. He likes to lash his tongue at just about anything, even his comrades, to shake them up once in a while. Like Ratlord, Tung Lasher eventually became a member of the Evil Horde after he was passed over for promotion in favor of Cobra Khan. Flickering his forked tongue, Tung Lasher stuns his foes with his venomous lick. All right. Get that started.
I can do it this time.
Yep. And we still got to figure out what these other snakes go to. Let me cut. Get the bands.
I keep on forgetting about the rubber band.
Always some bands in here. The dragonfly looks sweet. I couldn't see him very easily in the cart.
I could see him.
Ah, there. Okay.
Guess what? The one that you did not cut. Here.
It's cut. It's just in his
Tung Lasher last.
ankle joint. There we go. There you go.
Tung Lasher's extra head, I know.
Oh, man.
I knew that before it even got out.
Look at that. Got a couple extra spikes part way down. Why not? That's pretty fierce. All right. Getting those weapons locked in on them. Where'd the vintage one go? See on the other side of you? Yeah. So we got the vintage guy for comparison.
He has the action.
Yep. Got that tongue action. Which, again, classics. We just swap out a head instead. Not as much fun, but way cooler detail. I don't think you could get that on a working action feature. Got that dragonfly loaded. So the dragonfly has a wrist clip instead of the peg that always breaks on the vintage one. So with all three of these figures, they've stayed pretty true to the vintage ones. Just a little more detail on some of the sculpts, but overall very, very similar. You can see the two faces there. He is a painted back on the Classics. I like it that they did that versus the non-painted back, which most of the vintage are. There's a few painted back vintage ones out there, though. You got it? All right. Oops. Look, it slipped out. There we go. So our Snakeman army grew today. Can you pick up? Want to hold one? Hold them all up here.
You have a weapon.
That's the vintage weapon.
I knew.
Trying to trick me. All right. 3 fearsome Snakeman members dropping stuff all over.
Sorry if it got a little shaky.
No, Joe, apparently that's why nobody watches our live. They just pop in and out for the most part. What's up, Justin? Nothing crazy going on today. Just He-Man stuff for a change, you know? Mix it up. So it was fun getting these guys opened up, though. Very nice sculpts, all very true. Trying to make him hold snake faces, too. All very true to the vintage characters.
Don't have to hold him.
If you're a fan of the Snake Man, definitely want to get these guys added into your collections. So,
nope.
Falling down. All right, we're gonna say goodbye. Bring on the glow. Have a wonderful slimy Sunday, everybody. Slime Pit Sundays. Boom.